Hey y'all, welcome to Pleiadian Point of View. I'm Peyton with Peyton Energetics, and I'm a Pleiadian channel and starseed coach. So in today's video, the Pleiadians wanted to chat with us about one of the energies that they're seeing come up very strongly in our human collective right now. But before we jump into today's topic, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the like button if you haven't done that yet. Now, as the Pleiadians have been scanning and keeping an eye on our collective frequency lately, one thing they notice is coming up in the human collective, and that is the energy of control. So you may have noticed that this is something that has been popping up for you, and this can show up for us in a lot of different ways. For some of us, we're feeling very frustrated with the control we see in the world, from our world systems and structures, from our governments, our businesses, our industries. And another way that this can show up is that we are just not feeling free at all. That we are feeling the constriction of our world, like we are in a cage, like we are being enslaved. This is just showing us that collectively we are moving through the template of control energy. And this is really heavy in a lot of us right now. We are just feeling very over the entire 3D game. So what we are noticing is the control energy that we have been holding on to is coming to the surface to be released. Now, that is a function of the energies we're moving through planetarily with all of the elevations in the Schumann resonance, the galactic energy, the solar energies. It is going to pop to the surface any density we are holding. And one of the biggest templates that we hold as a human collective that has been part of the Earth experience is the energy of control. None of us are immune from this. So as we are starting to feel this pressure, like our freedom is being eroded, what that's showing us is we've just got some energy that needs to be integrated. Now, the control energy served a purpose on Earth for much of our history. The only way that we could experience what we refer to as the 3D game or the Earth game was we had to put some controls on our consciousness. Otherwise, we couldn't have a 3D experience. So what has kind of been the dominant theme of being a human for thousands of years is the energy of control. But the way that we put this control energy in place was to put it in place through our ego-mind system, through our body-mind system. So our entire 3D physical system was based on control. And the way it did that was through the creation of our beautiful minds, right? The Pleiadians like to tell us that our mind is the only thing separating us from anything that we want. But we put this very strong control mechanism in place so that we could have a 3D experience. But guess what, y'all? We are not 3D beings anymore. So we are seeing a movement away from the control of the mind. But the way that we can tell that we are holding a massive amount of control energy is that we are seeing it everywhere in our world. Because as we know, the Pleiadians have told us this countless times, everything that we are seeing in our reality is just our energy. So when we are seeing a world that seems to be filled with control energy, actually shows us that we are filled with control energy. And a lot of this is biological. It is our 3D body-mind system. But what this system was designed to do was clamp down on our consciousness so hard that we forgot that we were God consciousness. We forgot that we were limitless divine beings. So in order to tamp down the massive soul energies that we all are, we had to put a pretty serious control mechanism in place. And that is the egoic system. So when we are starting to chafe against the control that we see in the world, all that is telling us is we are ready to move out of the egoic mind system, out of that 3D system. And the way we do that is we have to process the control energy within ourselves. Because again, nothing can be reflected to us from the outside world, whether that's our daily life as we go about our normal routine, or whether it's what we're seeing in the world around us. Anything you are seeing in your reality is you. So when we are seeing a lot of control energy that's putting us all in a lot of resistance, we're kind of done with it. All that means is it's time for us to buckle down and start to process the control energy within ourselves. So how do you do that? Well, the way we do that is through a process that we call integration. This is a process that breaks down dense, heavy energy and releases it, neutralizes it, purifies it. So whenever we have an energy like this that is coming up really hard in the collective that we don't prefer, we want to go back to our tools. We want to sit down and do our integration work around this energy. That's how we release the manifestation that we're seeing in our life. So if we want to get rid of the control we are seeing in the world, we have to get rid of it within ourselves. Because once it is no longer part of our energetic makeup, once we're not broadcasting to the entire universe the energy of control, guess what? It has to disappear from your reality. And that is because your reality can only mirror back you. And when that is no longer part of your energetic signature, it's no longer part of the world around you. So this energy of control is coming up very, very heavily for a lot of us right now. And it's giving us the opportunity to move beyond the control of the 3D, 4D system. So we have a huge opportunity right now, especially if you are someone who is noticing this popping up for yourself, then it is time for us to start integrating the energy of control. We are seeing this everywhere in the world right now because it really was the cornerstone of the 3D game. But guess what? That game is over, but only if we choose it to be. We can continue to play in that arena as long as we want to. But if you are watching these videos, you are probably more than done with it. So this is how we move this out of our collective experience. We sit down and we process the energy within ourselves. So that is what the Pleiadians wanted to chat with us about, to give us the little heads up that we might want to do some work around the energy of control so that we can release it from the human experience. So that is what I have for you in today's POV. Don't forget, hit the subscribe button and the like button if you haven't done that yet. And as always, if you want to work one-on-one with me and the Ps, click the link in the description. I'll see you next time. Bye, y'all.